I've been taking all of this in at the moment. We've just seen BTC blow all-time highs. I couldn't believe what I was seeing there. That's why there was a little bit of a delay. We were deciding if we were going to long into resistance here and really try and end ourselves. But BTC has just hit 69,990,000. It's broken 70,000 on MEXC and some other exchanges. Things are looking hot. It's a good day to be in crypto, I would say. So today, guys, we got so much going on, but I'm bringing in the biggest degen I've ever met. Actually, one of the biggest degens in the world with regards to meme coins. This guy, whatever he touches seems to turn to gold. He's hiding in the back, and I've dragged him out from our research team. We're talking dirty memes today. We're also talking some of the regular memes. And then I'm going to cover BTC. We're going to look where we are. We're going to cover ETH and SOL because there's so much strength there at the moment. And I'm going to look at one or two of the other altcoins just so we've covered all bases. And if there's any action along the way, we're going to make sure we deal with it. So much to talk about today, guys. BTC's at 70K. What is going on? Some of the guys in the chats, Freddie was saying BTC is getting ready to break all-time highs. Well, it's just done it for us. So 10 minutes ago, Freddie was calling that all-time high, and he absolutely nailed it. So guys, let me know in the chats who's longed this one into resistance. Let's see who's under pressure here. Did you guys start longing it again? And are we going to feel pain? Are they going to reject us one more time? Or are we going to send this thing? I want to see how you guys are feeling, because I'm feeling quite loose. I think Ray's feeling quite happy as well. I mean, he's got his bull cap on. You know what we need to do? I mean, actually, let's just pause this right now. I mean, this is what this was made for. Let's pull out the whip. You can just whip. Oh, feels good. How are you feeling, Ray?
I went 100x long. I'm liquidated.
100x long liquidated. Loving it. What a way to start the Friday. Okay, let's look at BTC. Here we are on the weekly. You've seen what we've just tagged. I've marked it now. 69,990. This is BTC on the weekly, and things are looking good. Things are looking rosy out there, and it's all down to the next pullback. Where's this next pullback going to take us? If we get a bullish pullback here, then we are going to be cooking in these markets. So let's just dial in a little bit. Let's just make sure we know what is what. So let's not panic yet. We've seen a nice little rejection. This is not our first rodeo. You know, these guys like to reject us at these levels. This is our last rejection. They made us pay. Okay, let's just look at the size of this move that they gave us last time. They gave us 14% on BTC after the last rejection. What are we watching now? Well, this is how we're going to plan this thing. We're going to look for some bullish areas here, and we want to make sure we're printing a higher low here on this pullback. So we've got the first move. I think it was inevitable that we were going to get some big sells, and now we need to pay attention to some key levels. So let's just pull in a 0.5 as well. So levels I'm watching now today, bullish levels for us as alt traders, bullish levels for us as crypto or crypto people in general. First level we're looking at here, 66K. Let's see if we can get a bounce there. 66K, another hot zone for you guys, 64,500, and then the last chance, 618, 63,500. Those are the levels I'm interested in today. If we lose those levels, then these alts are going to get smashed, and the market's going to feel some pain. So these are key levels you need to watch today. And then all-time high, you know, once we crack this, which we've now printed, the floodgates open, and we're talking 100K. This is a marker that I put in place quite some time ago, and we're looking at just over 100K as our next potential target. And what do I want to see? What does it look like? Well, hopefully it's going to look something like this. We're going to get a nice push up here, maybe mid 70s, and we're going to be buying this pullback, and then we are going to send this thing to around 100,000, and I think we're going to be happy. I think we deserve it. We sweated out that bear market. We felt the pain, and here we are. Now it's our time to shine. So that is what I'm looking for now. Bullish plays. This is what we want. We want that big push up now, and we can buy that retest with some confidence there, and we'll find some good zones for you. This should happen in the next couple of days if we do get that pop. So super exciting times. What a time to be alive. And just some more just bullish news just coming in everywhere. I'm not going to bore you too much by reading you the whole article, but you can see they're just not stopping with the bullish tweets, the bullish articles. These things are happening everywhere. I mean, these ETFs now own 4% of all Bitcoin. And we see retail interest is returning. They're pushing BTC spot trading volume to a 12-month high. It's people can't get enough of this current BTC. And you've seen it. We've seen it in the meme coins, and we've seen the action there. So before we jump in and I bring in the degen, he's sweating in the back there. He's excited, and I mean, this is gonna be a treat for you guys. We've got some bangers here. He's called some bangers for us that have actually done 20x, 30x, 50x. I mean, he's going to tell you some of the calls that he's made. So we're going to tackle that just now. So hang around. Let's just deal with some of the altcoins, some of the important stuff that we can leave, with some information for the weekend for us regular altcoin traders. ETH, look at this guy. We're 19% away from our all-time high here for ETH. We're 19%. This is weekly level to weekly level. And what I've been comparing it to at the moment is Solana. We have just cracked the same weekly level on Solana that ETH has now cracked. This is a level that we were looking at. It was resistance in April 2022. So Sol is clearly lagging ETH a little bit here. You can see what's going on. So ETH is front running the move. Here comes Sol pushing up from the rear here. Another 35% in the mix here for Sol to play catch up. So Sol, we're still looking at this 200 level. And for me, a nice marker for us in the sand on the weekly now for Sol is 136 to 137. Anywhere in that region is a nice solid weekly support zone, and you can see we are supported here by these weeklies. This is March, April 22, and then we've got previous support here, January 22, and it played support as well, September 21. So we know that this is now a nice juicy area for Solana, and this is where we can look for pullback buys here, some bullish plays here for us for Sol, and then upside 35%. Right, let's look at RUNE. This was a trade we gave yesterday. This thing was looking super bullish, and we are well on our way here. So if you took this trade with me yesterday, you are now risk-free. You can bring your stop up, and you can enjoy the ride. I mean, if BTC is breaking all-time highs, these alts are going to start sending at some point. You just need to make sure that you can stomach any type of rejection here, or any type of pullback, because the next push, I would say, is going to be the one that is really going to send some of these altcoins. So you can identify your levels. You can see by ETH that we've broken a major level. You can see by Solana we've broken a major level, and those supports are in place now, and we expect those to hold on any major pullbacks. And we're going to do the same with a lot of these other altcoins. So RUNE, we've got a lovely break here. You can bring your stop up to entry, and hopefully if we get a vicious pullback, it should be enough for you to hold that move. So RUNE would have to pull back around about 23% to get back to your entry. So you guys should be good there on that RUNE situation. And let's just see how AVAX has been responding as well. Also a little bit of a lagger. And I wanted to bring this one into the mix as well, because you can see what's going on here. Sol is way front running with ETH at the moment, these layer ones. And AVAX has got some work to do, but we've got a nice little trend break brewing here for AVAX at the moment. So eyes on this. Nothing's changed with regards to support. The main zones we're watching on AVAX, 37, and we're watching 35. These are our main support zones, and you can see I've mapped out the plan here for you for AVAX for what I'm looking at. I'm looking for this little pop into the 50 region, then maybe a nice strong little pullback for us, nice bullish pullback anywhere into about 43, 44, and that's where we're going to be reloading and looking to send AVAX up to the $100 level. Then update on Injective. I just wanted to show you guys this one. This is another one I've been watching closely. I'm obviously sitting in this Injective position at the moment, and we're looking for bullish pullbacks. And when you're looking for bullish pullbacks, the first thing you want to do is pull your fibs from the low of the move to the high, preferably on a higher time frame. This is 12 hours, and you can see what they've delivered for us here on Injective. Look at this 382 bounce. It's perfect for us. 382 came into play at 40, and look how they bought this thing up beautifully. So make sure you get these fibs on your charts when you're looking for bullish pullback zones. We're talking 236 fibs, we're talking 382s, and we're talking 618. So get those on your charts. And just a reminder, the sky is the limit for Injective once we blow this weekly range. They were never going to make it easy for us. They were always going to make it a challenge. But eyes on this region. Once we pop this zone, the floodgates are going to open for Injective, and we should get some nice follow through there. We're talking 80, we're talking 90, we're talking 100. These are the type of targets that we are looking at. I mean, they're not high enough targets that will excite somebody like Gustavo in the back here. I mean, he doesn't get out of bed unless he's making a 50x. But us mere mortals trading things like injective and stuff like that on leverage, we get quite excited about a 30% move and things like that. Okay, and one more update on some of the AI tokens. I thought this was relevant. We are still bullish AI leading into the NVIDIA conference. That is around the corner, and you can see these AI tokens are responding. This is Fetch. You're going to see a similar move from Ocean. You're going to see a similar move from Render and all of these tokens. So you basically want to grab your favorites. They've all responded to the 236 fib here, or most of them have responded to the 236 fib. So keep your eyes on this as now your support level on these corresponding AI tokens. So levels you're going to be watching, 2.49 for Fetch. That is your main target now. I mean, that is your main support region that you got your eyes on. Any pullbacks, you want to look for bullish buys there anywhere on this range low. So call it 2.45 up to about 2.5 should be a nice support region to watch if Fetch wants to sweat a little bit lower. Your next region that you are looking at is going to be around 2.25. That is where it is. And two nice little bullish pullback areas. And then the last one, the horizontal. So this will be the big banger. And these 618s normally come into play when you're feeling super bearish and you're starting to hate crypto. You're starting to think that you want to give up and things like that. And the bleed outs are happening and they're putting you under pressure. You generally get the savior bounce at a 618 and a horizontal tie-in, and I would expect if they bleed us out deeper here on these altcoins and you want to pick up some Fetch, 1.9 is where it's going to be. That's going to be your bleed out buy. That's going to be the moment when you want to give up. That's where you're buying Fetch, 1.9. Okay. Sure, we got a lot to cover today. I see Rio was picking up the dump there. He said, oh shit, now the dump. Okay, yeah, so guys, expect a rejection. You can't just blow these things without a fight. There's no ways BTC is blowing through all-time highs and major weekly resistance without some kind of argument with that area. It's just written in the stars. That's how it works. And, the more we tap on these areas, the weaker they get. Once we blow through, we confirm them as nice support. So just remember, the reward for all these rejections is going to be that it's going to give us support at some point that we can launch from. And we're gonna have fun. We're going to have fun from there. I see Jackie's liking my beard. And Married with Backpack says, we're fucked. Sell everything. Don't be like that, bro. Don't be like that on a Friday. Don't be like that. Okay, I wanted to show you a tweet. We'll talk about Solana and things just now, but I wanted to show you this tweet. Wizard of Soho. He says there will be multiple 10 billion meme coins and probably 2 to 3 25 billion meme coins. Question is, which ones? Okay? Which ones? Now I can't answer that for you, but I know someone that might be able to give a little bit of insight into these type of things. This is, the legend has arrived. Everybody, meet the degen. This is Gustavo. Okay, he's on the Banter.
I'm Gustavo. Pleasure, everyone.
What is this picture behind you?
So this is basically a meme which signifies, the normies, which are saying, oh, meme coins are just, a tulip, it's just a bubble. And then it's us on the other side with all the gains, with the 10x's and the 50x's. And the normie is basically saying, like, when the musical chair stops, you're screwed. And we're like, yeah, okay, with my 80,000 plus % gains. Okay. Sure, yeah, I'm screwed.
I get it. I like that. So I've seen this guy's face on a lot of tweets floating around. I just want to pull this guy's. There's this weird guy. Yeah, look at this thing. Tell me about this thing. What is this?
Okay, so basically it's the thesis that right now we need to lower our IQs, basically. Even Andrew Kang, which is huge in the industry, and the VCs right now are adopting this strategy because we're going into alt season, and the lower you basically go with your IQ, the more money you start making. So if you start bidding dogs and cats and just absolutely ridiculous stuff, you'll turn your $1,000 into 100K, 200K, etc.
It's the worst feeling. And I was like that in the last bull run, Gustavo. In the last bull run, I was like, I didn't want to trade dogs. I didn't want to trade SHIB and all these things. And I was completely left behind. And I found myself chasing my tail at the end there, trying to get involved. Exactly. And you are 100% right. Sometimes we just got to accept things. It is what it is. Okay. We can't change it. And let's get involved, right? While the music is on.
That was my biggest mistake last cycle, because I saw SHIB early, I saw so many things early that I didn't buy, and my gut instinct was like, yeah, maybe I should buy a little bit. Just put $100, just put $1,000, and if I actually followed my gut instinct, I would have made so much more money. And I also think that this theory of like max pain, I think max pain right now is people looking at people like me buying dogs and cats and look at us and like we're making all the money while they're invested in more serious projects, which of course we're going to rotate our money into the serious projects. But all these people are looking at us and they're feeling pain right now because I mean, I've pulled like 50x's, 20x's, a 10x the other day, in one day on Solana. It's incredible. It's the right moment to take risk.
There's guys walking around here that I know that have done 100x in 4 days. Okay. On some of these calls. Some of these calls are your calls. Okay. And, I've called some of your tokens on my show. I've referred to Gustavo as the degen, who's called Welsh, for example. That's done well for us. And a couple of others. 𝗷𝗻𝗂, that was yours. You loved HEMULE.
I'm super bullish HEMULE. Like, I think from here, easy 20x.
20x from here. Okay,
yes, I'm not joking. It sounds insane, but I'm not joking. Yeah.
We're going to deal with these things and your targets. Okay, so guys, brace yourselves. Get ready. Head of likes.
We
Can you check our likes? We need these likes smashed. I mean, if we're gonna feed them this type of alpha, we need some delivery here. So Ray, will you get onto the likes there and tell us what's what, guys? We're gonna start feeding you some of this information as we go. And I actually want to just pull up Gustavo's Twitter account here so you can follow him. He's now got his own show as well. He's appeared last weekend. He did an airdrop show, right?
Yes. My next show probably is also an airdrop show on 𝗬𝗓, which I'm super bullish. Not a Memecoin, of course, but most of my Memecoin gains, I'm going to rotate all of them into 𝗬𝗓. Yeah.
Okay, so I like that comment because I've actually got a 𝗬𝗓 setup that I've been watching because the chart looked very similar to 𝗓. So I want to talk about 𝗬𝗓 as well while Ray monitors that likeage there for us. So guys, give Gustavo a follow here on Twitter. Okay, there he is. It's 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗬𝗀, right?
Yeah, 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗬𝗀, yeah.
Okay, that's the one. And obviously, follow me at the Lord of Entry. Here I am, dropping alpha, dropping things all day long for you guys. I mean, I dropped a little clue there on 𝗵𝗵 that it was breaking a little bit of horizontal today. I'm posting some cool shit there for you guys to look at. So give us a follow. Right, let's talk Sol quickly and 𝗬𝗓. I wanted to cover 𝗬𝗓 and 𝗓. That's what I wanted to cover. So just talk to me about 𝗬𝗓 quickly.
So I think their team is probably one of the best teams in all of crypto. They're all ex-Meta engineers. The founder has written code that's literally in every single iOS and Android device. He's a literal genius, like Vitalik level. And the entire team, very good. They've written this language called Move, which I've seen a lot of developers say it's super easy to build dApps on chain. And but the main reason why I went deep on 𝗬𝗓 is because I've used like every single blockchain that exists. And usually I'll just open like 7 or 8 tabs and I just start moving money around fast. And in 𝗬𝗓, you don't have latency. There's no latency, like there's no lag. Everything just flows. And it makes sense because 𝗬𝗓 means water in Japanese. And that's the whole concept of the blockchain, is that there's no lag, no latency. The time to finality is like super fast. They have an amazing DeFi ecosystem. And I think it's probably right now the best airdrop farm. Yeah, I'm super bullish 𝗬𝗓.
Is there an animal on 𝗬𝗓?
I think there is 𝗕𝗔𝗡, but on 𝗬𝗓, I'm not trading meme coins because I think this chain is more of like a DeFi chain, and I don't see retail going deep into 𝗬𝗓 like Solana or Ton.
Okay. So here's my view on 𝗬𝗓, just from a trader's perspective. Okay, there were a couple of things that were interesting to me today on 𝗬𝗓 from a long perspective, and one of the things that I was super interested in was using Easy Algo. We were just above the 50-day MA and the weekly pivot. And we were looking at playing in a position just above this area while we were hovering around. I was looking for a bounce here off this weekly and daily pivot here. So now, with this current rejection on BTC, we've lost that zone. So what I want to tell you guys is if you are looking for a position on 𝗬𝗓. You can see, and who was long 𝗬𝗓? Raoul Paul. Is he also long 𝗬𝗓?
Oh yeah, today on Ren's show, Raoul Paul said that he was, I think, an advisor on the 𝗬𝗓 board. So I'm like, yes, nice. If Raoul Paul's on board, that's amazing. Let's go.
I mean, it's good. It's good info. It's telling us we need to find an entry. We might not get the perfect entry, but we need to locate an entry here on 𝗬𝗓. So what am I watching right now? If you wanna start trying to build a position or play around 𝗬𝗓, you can see we've got two little areas of interest now. We've had a good reaction on this 382. So this region as support 1.46. I quite like it. And then I've also got 𝗬𝗟𝗍𝗀 talking to me here at the lows of this weekly swing. This is the lows of the monthly swing here and the 618 at 1.37. So for me, both of these areas are very interesting from a potential nibble position here where we can start grabbing some of the 𝗬𝗓. But the real move is for us is going to come when we break above the weekly pivot and the 50-day MA. So anything you're grabbing in these regions, you can play around with small little sizes just to try and build something while we're going. But the real move is going to happen when we break the 50-day MA and we start blowing through a potential trend. So if we get something like that, we just want to pop this 50-day MA, the weekly pivot, and then we're going to send this thing. And I think it's going to be a mover. It's going to be a mover, once Sol is done pumping, once Sol hits our target there, what is 160, 170, then we're going to get some moves out of these guys, 𝗬𝗓 and Say. I would expect.
How high do you think 𝗬𝗓 goes?
I'll tell you right now.
Jesus Christ. I love that chart. What's the top there? What's the top?
So here's my first level. Okay. I've marked this quite some time ago. 3. Okay, there's a target.
Oh, that's your first level?
Yes.
Jesus.
So you know what? The charts tell you a story. They tell you the truth, and the charts never lie. They can tell you what's going on here. So let's just look here at some of these levels here and see what we got. So there's the 1618. So 3 is a potential target, and 4.6. I don't see why. If we get some kind of mega alt rally here, I can't see why 𝗬𝗓 is going to stop at around this 3 region. I think it's going to push a little bit higher. So yeah, maybe another 100 and call it 100 and let's see, what have we got here? About another 190%, I think, in the tank for 𝗬𝗓. So that's why I'm interested. I'm looking for entries. It makes sense to me. And then if you look at the Say chart as well, they trade very similarly. They've followed each other around a little bit, and you can see Say was front running the 𝗬𝗓 play, and I think it did it last time as well. I think Say ran a little bit earlier, and you can see what's going on here. A little bullish bounce here for Say at the moment. You can see why this was a bullish area. Nice little horizontals, little 236 fib, and if we were sweating out on a rejection, you can see these are areas, these are hot zones. So I'm looking for something along these lines for 𝗬𝗓. And just trying to nibble there and get involved early, because once we get that pump, you're ahead of the curve, you're ahead of the game, and then these retests are your option to start adding to positions, and you're really ahead of the curve if you do get them at these nice horizontal levels. Okay, enough regular shit. Nah, I mean, we're here for 100. We're here for 100 X's. Okay, let's work on the scale. Let's go from like the boring stuff, and I'm talking BONK and Peppy and these guys quickly. I just want to look at these charts very briefly, and then I want to get dirty here. I want the filth. Okay, I want the stuff that's going to give me a 10x, 20x, and maybe more. So let's start with BONK. I mean, I don't think there's a 10x left in BONK. Do you think there is potentially a 10x left there, or how many x's are we talking on BONK?
Honestly, for a 10x, I would rather choose WIF instead of BONK. But I think it'll go higher, yeah.
Okay, so you think WIF's a $2 billion market cap, right? Or something like
10x,
that.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe. Okay. Well, let's look at WIF then, because WIF you're calling a 10x. Let's look at WIF. Let's look at WIF. See what we got here. This chart burns me, Gustavo. This chart kills me. Yeah. Because I thought I was very intelligent selling my long that I picked up at around 30. I sold my long at 52 and thought I was very smart. And it just actually didn't stop. So here we are, 2.1. Okay, it's not stopping. And you think we're going to get a 10x out of this thing? Okay, I mean, how do we even draw pictures on this?
I gotta say something. Like, I think whichever the biggest meme of this cycle is going to go to 100 billion. We're gonna reach like $100 billion meme. I actually think that's gonna happen, for sure.
So I would say
things are going now. I don't know if it's going to be with. I don't know if it's going to be with. I honestly think it's going to be a cat and it's not going to be a dog. But that's my whole like theory on memes. But I'm super bullish with. Yes, I would buy it and chill right now.
Okay, so I know Fred loves WIF. He's had major conviction on WIF and things, and he's done really well. He was a believer in the early days that this thing was going to perform. Okay, so if you are interested in WIF, okay, you need to play these things very simply. Okay, the way I play these, if I'm behind the curve, if these things are pumping, I play very, very small leverage, very small positions, because these things move and they swing so quickly.
Right.
So the strategy that I generally employ on these things, because we get 20-30% pumps at a time, is to play tiny position, let it get some momentum in a good zone. Once it's got momentum, you can start adding little bits, because once these things get on a roll, they really start printing for you. But if you go out the gates too big and you using leverage, even 5x leverage, and you open too big out the gates, they can come and liquidate you in a second and send these things straight back up. So you need to be super cautious with some of these meme coins, and especially the leverage ones, because that's where they get you. That's where they make their money, liquidating you and doing all these things. So you need to play the game safely. So here comes WIF dipping down into our first area of interest, 1.95. That is a zone of interest now. That is what you want to be watching for potential bounce here. 1.95, 1.96 as a potential bullish area that you can watch. And then a little bit lower down, we've got a 6-1, we got a 786. We should have a 786 here. A little bit lower. There we go. Okay, so that's also a nice little region here for WIF. So WIF traders, these are your zones you want to watch. This is where you're looking for potential bounces and potential areas where you can snag little buys here to try and build a little WIF position. So eyes on 1.96. Eyes on 1.85. These are potential areas where you should or could get a little reaction there on some of these tokens. Okay. Dogs and frogs. Or do we talk frogs? Do you like frogs?
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of frogs, to be honest. I prefer dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats.
Yes, I think that people underestimate the female power, because a large chunk of the market is going to be women coming with retail. And I don't think they're going to touch frogs. I think they're going to bid cats and dogs only. Anything that's cute. And I don't think frogs are very cute.
So what are the rules? What are the rules for a meme? I did mention the other day that one of your golden rules is that something has to have been rugged first. What are your other typical rules? What do you
every single meme that has done very well has been rugged. If you look at WIF, if you look at 𝗫, if you look at 𝗫𝗏 was rugged 2 years ago. Literally every single meme that does well must be rugged. It's almost like a rule, a golden rule of crypto. Why? Because then the developers don't have a huge bag to dump on us later on, and there's only community members, and so it's bullish
now
when it gets rugged.
Okay. So rule number 1, rugged. Okay. Any rule number 2? It must have four legs and fur, or what?
It should be either a founder's pet, or it should have like some historical provenance. It should have some history or something behind it that makes it you know, a part of, makes the community gather around it. For example, if you look at Base, they have Toshi, huge. It's at 100 million plus. I bought it at 100K and I sold way too early, and so I know the pain of buying something very early and selling it too early as well.
We did Toshi on the show, and it was a nice it was at a nice level at the time. Hopefully the, you know.
But it's a founder's pet. It's the cat of
he had 11 cats.
Really?
He had something like 11 cats. It's Mochi and Toshi and all these
Toshi
things.
and Mochi. Yeah. Those are the two main ones.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk about this frog quickly. Let's get the frog out of the way here, because I mean, I haven't touched 𝗵𝗵 in this last run, and it's actually been quite offensive to me the way that this thing has moved without me. And I stayed away because there was the developer FUD 6 months ago, 12 months ago, and I thought, no, this is dog shit, not interested.
Yeah, the same.
Never watched it, and it just ran away without me. So here we are. You know, the chart tells us that this thing still wants to go. Okay, there is some bullish vibes in this 𝗵𝗵 at the moment. So what you want to do, what you want to watch is this current break of horizontal. So here's 𝗵𝗵 now. This is 𝗵𝗵 on the 4 hour. So if you're interested, if we're going to get a run this weekend, okay, we're talking ETH strength, we're talking BTC strength, all these types of things. If we're going to get a run this weekend, this is your support you're watching now for 𝗵𝗵, because what we've seen now is a break of horizontal. Okay, this is all-time highs. We've broken all-time highs. We've come back and we're busy retesting it now. So if you are bullish 𝗵𝗵, this is your bullish pullback zone. This is an area of interest where you look for potential buys and longs on these type of tokens. And your next area is most likely going to be tied in with your trend and your horizontal. So your next potential zone where it will bounce, if it loses this current horizontal, is going to be multiple zeros, 751. But the area I'm watching closely right now is multiple zeros, 81. That's what it needs to hold this horizontal for us, and then maybe some weekend action. You know, people are going to get euphoric this weekend if BTC breaks. I mean, they're timing it right, aren't they?
Yes, for sure. I mean, the only thing I would say about 𝗵𝗵 is I do think it's bullish. I was wrong because I thought the same as you, but because it's associated with Trump right-wing movement, incel movement as well, there's going to be a lot of people that will not touch it because of those reasons. Whereas WIF, it's just a cute dog.
Yeah. Okay. And one more sort of, I wouldn't say it's so mainstream because a lot of people don't know about it, but do you like cock?
I actually don't have cock.
So you don't know anything about cock? I love cock.
I know nothing.
I love cock. Okay. So yes, cock. Okay. You play this cock
really big
on AVAX strength. Okay, so cock was the first meme coin on AVAX. I'm assuming it's a cock, like literal, like a chicken cock, not what you're thinking. Raymond in the back there. So I've got some targets here for cock. We've had this on the show a couple of times, and you know, every time we've nailed it, every time we've nailed the levels, and this thing doesn't give up; it keeps going. So AVAX strength for us, we know AVAX strength is going to come. If we get an alt run here, we know AVAX is going to do 100%. We know it, okay? It's written in the stars here that AVAX is going to run. And you want to play in the AVAX ecosystem. And one of the things you do is you grab the first meme on AVAX. That is your cock. And the other thing you do is grab things like 𝗕𝗔𝗀𝗀𝗧 and other DeFi situations. Ray, what's so funny, bro? I'm talking about a chicken.
Everyone needs some cock.
Exactly, Ray. Come on. We're talking about animals here. Okay, so areas you need to watch, and you can see what they've done here with this cock. They've already pulled it back onto a 382. I mean, it's no coincidence here that these 382s are delivering once again. So your 382 is your bullish fib. Your 382 is your bullish pullback zone. That is where you need to be watching for any major pullbacks on altcoins and things like that, especially in a bull run. You want to get your big time frame pulls. You want to look where your 382 is, your 236, and those type of things. So cock right now, your major support, 35.05. That is a big support zone for you, and I'm going to give you a smaller support level where you could get some action here. Look at this weekly. This is a weekly for cock, and you can see what they've done here. They've broken all-time highs. Okay, this is becoming a thing now, breaking all-time highs, coming back, retesting. Okay, so this is what we're watching right now. Your next bullish zone here for cock, multiple zeros, 398. Okay, that's another support level that you can keep your eyes on. So if you start losing this 398, you're most likely going to drift lower to the next bullish zone. The next bullish zone is this 355 region. That is your next bullish area. But I like cock. The targets I've set for cock a little bit higher here. Multiple zeros, 59 is where it's at for the first move, and we're slowly getting there. I mean, we called this on the show somewhere down here. So we've done let's work out. Let's see if we've done some X's here. No, we haven't done X's. We've done about 80% since the last time we spoke about some cock on my show, and we're still looking for another move here. So another 40% coming, and then we're going to tackle that 2618. So once AVAX gets some attention and things start moving there on AVAX, you can see it's a lagger. Just a reminder, here's our AVAX chart. It's lagging at the moment. We expect it to move at some point, and that is what I'm watching, some cock. Okay. Now
I have no comments about cock. I don't hold cock. But yeah, I think it's leverage on AVAX, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another one. Okay. Ray, how's the likes? How's the likes? I don't want to share like this type of alpha if we don't.
It's definitely not good enough. It's definitely not good enough. That's for sure. I just looked at it and we're at 451. But there's
400. There's 2,390 people watching right now. We got 450 likes. No, guys.
They don't deserve the 100x.
No, he's gone. He's gone. We're done. We're done. He's gone. He's gone. Okay, well, I'm looking at the poll, guys. And, we can also talk about XRP while we wait for the likes if you want. We can talk about what XRP is doing at the moment, how exciting that ecosystem is. Or we can talk about 100Xs. So let us know. You guys let us know. I'm looking at your poll, your poll votes here. You're saying 52% are calling dogs as the next big one. And 26% are calling cats. So Gustavo is going to be very happy with that.
Yes.
We've got 10% calling frogs, and there's 12%. 12% of the audience loves cock.
Exactly.
Can't believe it.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They're all bullish on cock.
Okay, well, here we go. Okay, the likes are streaming in now. No, they're firing it up now. That's the honor Gustavo deserves. Okay, Gustavo, talk to me about this cat. The first cat was an airdrop. Okay. Oh, there we are. Look, we're famous. There we are. Okay. No, this wasn't an airdrop, but talk to us about it. HEMULE.
𝗕𝗫𝗄𝗓. 𝗕𝗫𝗄𝗓 is Vitalik's cat. So on every single chain, if you look at every single founder that has either a cat or a dog, they all pump massively. 𝗕𝗫𝗀 is a great example of that. But there's no reason as to why Vitalik's cat should be lower than, say, Brian Armstrong's cat. And that's, I think, a 5x away from what it is right now. I think this is $1 billion market cap coin. It's Vitalik's cat. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's obvious. What's our current market cap on him?
I think right now it's 50 million. Maybe it's pumping right now, so it crossed a little bit above 50 million.
We go more. Okay.
I'm super bullish HEMULE.
Okay. So let's go 10x HEMULE.
I have been bullish HEMULE since $1 million market cap. I
know you have, and you told me to buy it at the time, and I didn't. I only woke up sometime after that. But I learned. You're the master. Okay, so we're going 10x HEMULE. If you're interested in HEMULE, you can see on the charts. For those of you that watch me, those of you that understand charts, I know we got a bit of a new audience here looking for some meme coin things, but the charts tell us the story, and I use the charts to give me an edge with some of these altcoins. And the first area you're going to watch for potential support here for HEMULE is going to be around about 0.043. So that's a nice juicy support zone that you can watch for HEMULE. It's a nice little area. But if we're calling 10x here, this is something where you can use small amounts and you can potentially ladder in to these types of positions, and you can buy them on weakness. We've seen things like Welsh dump 30% in a day and then pump back another 40-odd%. So along the journey of a meme coin, you get multiple dips and you get multiple massive dips, especially when they have small market caps. So buy these things on weakness. Don't necessarily buy them on strength, and keep them on your watch list. I mean, Uncle Gustavo here is calling 10x, or was I calling 10x? What's your X on this?
I think 20x. I think this goes to $1 million market cap. $1 billion, $1 billion market cap. Maybe even a bit higher.
Okay, well, guys, there you have it. The man that called HEMULE when it was nothing. Okay, when it was nothing, when nobody was interested, including myself. I had people in the chats on my show, Gustavo, telling me to buy HEMULE, like literally in the chats, and I ignored them. And here it is today. Now we're ripping.
Let me give a shout out to the HEMULE fan, because I've been bull posting about HEMULE for a long time. They're going to be happy.
Well, good. They're going to be happy with you. Now, there's another one that I noticed. This thing, WEN. WEN. This was an airdrop. Do you know much about this thing?
I'm bullish. I think Solana meme coins are all bullish, especially the cats. I don't hold WEN, but I'm bullish. I think anyone who buys a WEN right now is going to do great.
So I got this as an airdrop, And you can see we've looked at this trade before and things like that, and we had a little 618 bounce. Okay, these meme coins do respect 618s, and there it goes. Okay, so this thing is now absolutely cooking. So, you know, advice to anybody who got the When airdrop, check your Phantom wallets. It was a Phantom drop, right? It was a Solana airdrop, right? So check your Phantom wallets. You might be surprised. You might have been dropped some When. And now, you know, if you haven't looked in a while, this thing is absolutely ripping. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on When. And this thing, yeah, this thing's got some potential legs. This is the daily chart at the moment. And let's try and just figure out some potential targets here from the previous all-time high. Let's look at some of the magic here. Let's pull some of the science and see if they can tell us a story as to where this thing can potentially go. So here's your first target for When. We're looking at multiple zeros, 429. Okay, so there's a nice little box here. Let's put a little box in the zone here for us. Multiple zeros, 429, anywhere in that area for When. So we got another move coming there potentially, and then your upper zone, we're looking at about 56 as a potential target that we are looking at. I don't know how many X's that is, Gustavo. How many X's do you think that is? Let's see.
I'm not sure, but
only about 60% from there. I don't know this one's market cap. You know this market cap?
I think it's around 300 or 200 million.
Okay.
So it's already a bit high.
Okay, it's a little bit high. So your upside gets a little bit lower. Remember, if we find a banger early, like HEMULE, that can go to 300-400 already, then you are ahead of the curve. So these ones, you know, these are sort of late bloomer, early bloomers here, the BONK, the 𝗕𝗘𝗅, these type of things. Okay, I want to get juicy now with you. Okay, give me your Gustavo's top 4. Give me your first.
My top 4, HEMULE, super bullish, HEMULE.
Okay.
LMEOW.
Okay,
LMEOW.
Let's do LMEOW. Okay, tell us the story.
Yeah. So there's this very big trader in crypto called GCR, and he shorted Luna. He made, I think he's a billionaire, or he has like 9 figures. He made a bunch of money shorting Luna, and he basically said last cycle, and this guy is like a genius at predicting things. And he said, I think there will be a dog to cat rotation. This 1 year ago. And he said, LMEOW. And then someone created the token and rugged everyone that bought it. And now the token has come back from the ashes, and it's exploding.
So they rugged it. That was your rule, number 1. It's a cat.
Yes.
Number 2.
It's a cat.
And now it's exploding. Okay, so let's look at the chart, because I see there's a sell-off at the moment. So let's take a look here. Let's see the current situation. Market cap, 11 million. X's. We need X's. We're talking X's here.
I think 100x. A billion market cap.
No. 100x.
Yes, I think that's the possibility. That's like the top
time frame. Time frame.
Time frame is hard, but I would say a month, 2 months.
100x in 2 months now. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I mean, if that's going to happen, this thing is going to 1 billion. Okay. Look, they did it with WIF. I saw WIF at 20 million market cap. It's now 2 billion or something.
Yes.
Possible. It's possible. Okay. So areas that are interesting here for LMEOW. 0.011. Okay. Always look for your horizontals. If you're buying these meme tokens, remember one thing that's very important. These things can go to 0. I think it's very important that we actually tell everybody the risks involved here of playing with these tokens. Just for those of people that don't know, what's a rug?
A rug pull is basically when someone takes the liquidity out of a liquidity pool. But these days, people are smarter, and so no one buys meme coins that don't have the liquidity pool locked. So these days, a rug pull is basically when someone has like 20% of the supply, and they just do a minus 99% and sell all the tokens in one go, something like that.
Okay, so risks in trading meme coins, and you know, myself included, I've got a hit rate maybe 2 out of 5, 1 out of 5. You know, you throw your money at these things, and some of them just never perform, but the odd one pops 10x, 20x, and those types of things. So as long as you understand, when you're playing this game, you don't like bond the house, if you know what I mean. You take small bets on these things, and once you get traction, then you can use that profit to start playing bigger and things like that. But always start off small. It's very difficult. I mean, I've had situations here in this office where I've been told buy X, Y, and Z, buy X, Y, and Z, and I choose 2, and the other ones pump, and the ones I go to 0. So, you know, it happens all the time with these things. So just understand that. Let's look at this. Let's look at this chart here. This is the LMEOW chart. So we are at our first area of interest here. There's 2 areas of interest here. So for me, buyers, horizontals, supports. Okay, this is the 2-hour chart we're looking at right now. So for me, this is a buy zone number 1, 0.011, and then a nice little horizontal here. It's quite clear, 0.0055. So this is actually quite a big move in the meme coin world. Let's just look at the size of this move. From there to there is a 50% move. Okay, so even though it looks small on the chart, in the meme coin world, this is a massive move for some of these tokens. So this could mean you can get a 50% discount if it drops to this 0.55 level. So keep your eyes on this, 0.0055, and right now is a nice little DCA zone if you're interested in LMEOW. And Uncle Gustavo says 100x. Okay,
yes.
That's a big call. It's a big call on
By the way, LMEOW is also like a term that people use. Instead of saying LMEOW, you know, they say LMEOW as if like that's what cats say. The way cats laugh in the internet culture is LMEOW. And so there's a bunch of like really famous people that already started using the LMEOW
I get you.
catchphrase.
Okay. Right. So that's 2 of your bangers. Now I've got a list here. Okay, I got a list in front of me. Let's see. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. Tell me about Taylor Swift.
Oh, see. Huge. So one of the most famous people in the entire world, and she probably has the most fanatic, you know, base of fans in the entire world. Her fans are crazy. They're literally crazy. And it's literally 50% of the US population. So is there a Taylor Swift related meme coin?
There's got it.
Yeah. Yeah. She has a cat.
I mean, if Donald Trump has a meme coin, it makes perfect sense to me that Taylor Swift has a meme coin.
Yeah.
So if you like Taylor Swift's kitten, okay, you like her cat.
This one's also Solana.
So, okay. So just talk to me. A 7 million market cap. Pumpage?
Yes. I mean, this is honestly, we're talking like 100x above. I mean, we're talking massive potential here. I bought this at 1.8 million and it did a 10x in like 5 hours. Solana meme coins are just absolutely insane. It's insanity.
Okay. So, I mean, from the charts perspective, it looks nice. I mean, this is the 2-hour that we're watching, but you can see it's at a nice pump. It's consolidating now, a little flag. You know, if we try and put the trader's brain on here or technical things on this thing, it's looking okay. It's got a bit of a bull flag here, like something might be happening, and no surprises here. We got a little 618 as well. Let's just clear this up. I don't know why they always put these colors when you first use these things. Yeah, let's take that off there. So, I mean, a meme coin that trades using fibs, I mean, this becomes dreamy for me. I mean, look at this. So we've got a little 618 bounce here, 618 pullback bounce onto horizontal. So that was a nice little area for us. So big support for Taylor Swift's kitten. And what I'd say here is if this flag dips lower and you start losing this 618, okay, then things are potentially turning a little bit ugly, and this thing could be coming lower. But for me, buys down to this horizontal support at 0.046, anywhere down on this horizontal for me is interesting. This is where you can accumulate little buys and small bits at a time, and 7 million market cap. And if this thing's going to push 10x, 20x, 30x, you're going to wake up, it's going to be 100 million market cap, and you're going to thank Uncle Gustavo.
I think this one is one of the best degen buys right now, because think about it. When we're in the full bull and everyone's coming into crypto, all the women are going to see this and they're going to buy it. All of them. Even if it's just $100.
Well, that's
especially American women.
You don't need to start. You don't need to put a lot in these things. You can put $20 in these things, $30. You do 10x, 20x, 30x, those type of things.
Also, if you're a Kanye fan, It's your duty to buy right now and sell later when the Swifties are buying.
Okay, so there you go. There's the Taylor Swift cat. How did Trump's meme go? Did it run?
Trump's meme, yeah, totally exploded.
Okay,
I didn't buy the Trump meme, but I bought 𝗚𝗂𝗏. I did a 3x and sold in like a day. So yeah.
Okay, so you know the drill. Buy famous people and their cats. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Taylor Swift, so she's sorted there. 7 million market cap. Now, I got a list here on Dexters. I got a few here ahead of me. Let's see. Let's go. I want something with a cool name here. Let's see. Let's go with Vibing Cat. Okay, what is this thing?
So Vibing Cat is this huge meme. You gotta know. There's this page on the internet called Know Your Meme, and you guys need to start using it. And Vibing Cat is one of the largest memes in the entire world. Like every single TikToker, every kid that's 16 years old that uses TikTok knows this meme. So once again, when we get to that point of the bull cycle where we're getting 16-year-olds asking their parents to invest in crypto, this is the type of stuff they're going to buy because they recognize it. Vibing Cat. This is super degen, by the way. This one is very risky, super low market cap. But yeah, my first buy, I think it was at 300K, and it's now what, 3 mil, 2 mil?
It's 1.6 mil right now.
Okay, corrected. Okay.
So here's your support. It's very clear. Okay, so these meme coins, believe it or not, they respect these FIB. Okay, they respect these levels. You can see how they're trading.
Yes, exactly.
We had this pump up here. It's pulled back down. We've had a reaction here. 618 and horizontal. This is a typical altcoin trade, altcoin setup that I look for. Okay, so here we go. I mean, this is it. So we have a 618 support region here, 1.32. Okay, and then a little bit lower down, we got a nice area here at 76. Now, don't think it won't come back to 76. This is also something you guys need to know. These meme coins will pump. They'll pull back down. They'll pump again. They'll pull back down. Vicious pullbacks. And sometimes it's difficult to hold these things. How do you stay in these with conviction when you get these massive drawdowns? What do you do?
Well, obviously, if you get a 10x, you should take some profit, or 100x, obviously, along the way. But I think it's just a matter of experience. You need to feel the pain of having conviction, selling too early, and just, watching the train go. And after a few of those, you just gain the mental toughness to hold for a bit longer.
I must say, some of my biggest pain is trades that I missed, not trades that I got lost or stopped or liquidated in. It's the trades that I missed, that you watch them run away from you. That is the most pain for me. It's as a trader, it's like the deepest burden.
I've done so many of those, so many. Like I could be like a multimillionaire right now if I saw Hex last cycle. It had like 8 zeros, and I was like, I should buy, but nah, I'll wait. And then 6 months later, I go back at the chart, and I wanted to cry.
Always like that. So yeah, look, I mean, from what I find, there's so many options all the time, and it's difficult. It feels like you got to pick one or two. But otherwise, maybe if you go too big in one and then the next one pumps, that's the worst feeling. So maybe hedge a bit, spread it out a little bit, things like that. And these things crop up, every week. We're gonna have Gustavo back on in the next week or so. He's gonna be back, and we'll update on some of these things, and we'll look at some more. If you find some more gems, we're gonna bring them. Let's see. I've got one more here. What is NOLA? Also a tiny market cap. NOLA.
That one I don't have NOLA, but it's that same narrative. Does the founder of Arbitrum have a pet? Well, he doesn't, but his co-founder does. And so when NOLA launched, it just exploded, as you can see in the chart. And so usually buying either the founder or the co-founder's pet is usually a good idea. I think of all the cats, this is the weakest one, to be honest.
Okay, so this is your weakest play. This is your weakest bet. It's an Arbitrum animal. Co-founder's animal, Arbitrum.
Exactly.
This is his least favorite. Okay, so this is on his list. This is the bottom of his list. Okay, small market cap. But yeah, looks okay. Good area. You can see where the bottom is on the chart. You don't need to have watched charts too much in your life to see what's going on here. 00152. You can see this is a potential zone where this thing could react. And the next one, is far down at 0.00535. So if we lose that low, I would say it's over. I would say this thing is rug country, basically. But I would watch this current region here, this horizontal support, and I would watch this next one, this 0.00055, that sort of area. If they want to play that game, maybe it's going to look like a double bottom, something along those lines, and then it could potentially move a little bit higher. So yeah, I mean, not a bad selection. Yeah, I think you've given us something good to work with. A couple of X's here for everybody.
I hope so. I hope everyone does well. And yeah, see you all on the moon, I guess.
And tell me some parting words for this weekend. Let's just reassess where we are in BTC. Give us some comments for the weekend. What are you thinking here? BTC is now rejected. Let me show you this chart. BTC is rejected, and we're sitting here 382. Okay, so we're getting our bullish bounce. Okay, that's step number one. That is holding our area. You can see how perfect this 382 came into play. Holding nicely for us so far. Where do you think we're going this weekend?
I think up. I'm super bullish. I'm not really a day trader. I'm not a good day trader. I think more a little bit like more long term. So I'm super bullish right now in the next few months. I think we're going to go much higher, and I think it's still risk on. So we're still in that phase where we can take a little bit more risk. But maybe a month or two from now, we should start pulling our meme coins back. Our money from our meme coins, because this is not going to last forever.
What is your trigger to exit meme coins? That's a good question. What is your trigger? What triggers that?
I think when it becomes consensus, when everyone's talking about it. Because when I started buying 1-2 months ago, literally no one was touching any of these meme coins. And I think when it's consensus, when everyone feels like it's easy, that's when you start selling.
So I did a meme show about 2 weeks ago, and I had 𝗕𝗔𝗀𝗏𝗏 on my show, and he's like, yeah, but it's not meme season. And I was saying, but shouldn't we be looking at these memes now while it's not meme season, just to be ready? And fuck me, it arrived a lot quicker than I expected. I mean, it took us all by surprise.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what it does. That's the most crypto thing in crypto. That it does what you're never expecting. Okay, we've run out of time. Gustavo, what a pleasure having you here. So guys, this is where I get a lot of my secret alpha from with regards to these meme coins. And follow him on Twitter. He drops alpha there. And look out for him on Banter Plus, look out for him on the Banter main channel. You might see a show. I think he might even be appearing on Run Show at some point this weekend, right?
Yes, I think so. I think I'm going to be on Run Show Saturday. Yes.
Okay. Gustavo, later. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, so important things to note here. We've had BTC break all-time highs. Great news that it's finally happened. What you need to do is watch those levels that I've given you now for those pullbacks. You're going to keep your eyes on dominance and ETH and SOL and these type of things. If we get a pullback, you're watching those big weekly levels. We've got to decide where we are. We put our stake in the ground. If we bulls, we're watching ETH and SOL to hold those massive weekly levels. We're watching RUNE to hold those levels. We're watching AVAX and all of those tokens to hold those nice, strong weekly areas that we're looking for. Keep your eyes on 𝗬𝗓. I think that could be a nice mover as well. And I see eyes on some of these AI tokens. While we've had that rejection, some of these AI tokens have held really nicely. So eyes on that this weekend. And again, don't overtrade. Don't FOMO into things. Take it easy and always make sure you're watching your levels and those type of things before you are jumping into trades. And then one more thing. I'm 90% confirmed to be doing a Sunday show starting this weekend. So keep your eyes on the main channel. I'll put a note out for you guys at some point on Twitter and things like that. But Sunday night, my time, I think we're going to be getting a show going on a regular basis just to tee you guys up for the week and tell you what we're expecting, on a Monday. So, when we start our Monday, we know exactly what these charts are going to be doing for us. So guys, that was fun as usual. I love a bit of a meme section. Go follow Gustavo. See you guys Sunday. Later.